Here are the headlines for Sunday afternoon, August 18, 2024. The super wealthy have a problem. The less self-congratulatory camp of the super wealthy understand that the pressure cooker of inequality and unfairness is going to blow unless they relinquish some of their unearned gains generated by Federal Reserve policy. The bottom 80% of the population own a mere fraction of the wealth owned by the top 1% and top 10%, and this vast wealth inequality has been fueled by 45 years of policy-driven asset appreciation and the gradual diminishment of the purchasing power of wages, resulting in a staggering $149 trillion being redirected from earnings to unearned gain. Disney fights wrongful death lawsuit claiming plaintiff waived rights when he signed up for a Disney Plus trial. The Walt Disney Company is fighting a wrongful death lawsuit by claiming that the complainant agreed to arbitration when he signed up for a 1-month trial of Disney streaming services. The suit was brought by Jeffrey Piccolo, whose wife, Kanokporn Tangshuan, died after having an allergic reaction to food at an Irish pub in Disney Springs last October. Disney argues that Piccolo had agreed to settle any lawsuits against the company out of court through arbitration when he signed up for the streaming service in 2019, and also when he visited the theme park. The complainant's attorney has fired back, stating that the notion of a consumer being forever barred from a jury trial due to terms agreed upon for a free trial is outrageously unreasonable and unfair. The curious story of Taylor Lorenz and belated concerns of the Washington Post. Washington Post tech columnist Taylor Lorenz posted an image of President Joe Biden with the caption "war criminal," sparking controversy over whether she actually added the words or if they were edited in by someone else. Mainstream media outlets reported that Lorenz denied posting the words, but NPR obtained a screen grab of her actual post and verified its authenticity through 4 sources. Lorenz later claimed she never denied the post was real and accused others of taking an obvious meme reference seriously. The Washington Post is now investigating the matter, raising questions about the newspaper's standards and consistency in addressing alleged false claims by its columnists. Farmer's Almanac releases new winter forecast for United States. The Farmer's Almanac has released its 208th edition, titled Wet Winter Whirlwind, which predicts a winter season filled with precipitation and storms across the United States. The northern plains and Great Lakes regions are expected to experience extremely cold temperatures, while the south can expect frigid blasts from Old Man Winter, although temperatures will be slightly more moderate overall. Snow is forecasted to hit the northeast, particularly in interior and mountainous regions of New England, with ski lovers enjoying powder days. However, the southwest and south-central states are looking at a drier winter with below normal precipitation. Belarus says Ukraine amassing troops at border, Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant suffers drone attack. Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko warned that Ukraine is amassing troops along their shared border, claiming over 120,000 soldiers are positioned in the area, which he considers an act of aggression. In response, Belarus has deployed military forces along its entire border with Ukraine to counter any potential incursion. Meanwhile, Russia launched a ballistic missile attack on Kiev, Ukraine's capital city, and the International Atomic Energy Agency expressed concerns over the safety of Ukraine's Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant due to intense military activity in the area. Additionally, Ukrainian forces have destroyed 2 key bridges in Russia's Kursk region, disrupting Russian supply routes and potentially signaling their intention to hold territory for an extended period. Make it great like 1968, Chicago businesses board up as protesters threaten to shut down Democratic National Convention. Tens of thousands of protesters are expected to gather in downtown Chicago for the Democratic National Convention, prompting local businesses to board up their doors and windows as a precaution against potential violence. At least a dozen shops have been completely boarded up, with owners citing past experiences with smash-and-grab incidents and looting. The convention is expected to draw 20,000 demonstrators from several states, primarily focused on issues such as Palestinian rights, climate change, and social justice. Some protest groups are calling for more radical action, including one organization that has referenced the riots at the 1968 Democratic Convention, sparking concerns about potential civil unrest and bad publicity for Vice President Kamala Harris and the Democrats. Gold revaluation is a more responsible money creation method. Financial analyst Mike Mahari revisited the idea of increasing the United States money supply through the creation of trillion-dollar platinum coins. However, this concept is similar to another policy change that gold advocates have long been pushing for, a formal revaluation of gold by governments and central banks, including the United States Treasury and Federal Reserve. If the United States government really has control over its claimed 8,133 tons of gold, gold revaluation could also support significant money creation. Chechen warlord shows off Cybertruck with heavy machine gun turret. Ramzan Kadyrov, the leader of Chechnya, claimed he received a Tesla Cybertruck from Elon Musk, but this claim was not independently confirmed, and it is likely that Kadyrov bought the vehicle off the black market or through a third party. A video uploaded on Telegram shows Kadyrov parading the vehicle around Chechnya with a heavy machine gun mounted in the rear bed. He expressed his gratitude to Elon Musk and stated that he plans to send the Cybertruck to the Northeast Military District Zone, where it will be used under appropriate conditions. However, without additional armor plating, the Cybertruck would not be suitable for battlefield use. World Health Organization raises outbreak alarm as once eradicated polio returns to Gaza. A polio outbreak has been confirmed in the Gaza Strip, with a 10-month-old infant testing positive for the virus that can cause paralysis and death. The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres is calling for a temporary truce to enable a vaccination drive in the embattled area, where Israel's continued aggression has caused a health disaster, including destroyed hospitals and a lack of basic hygiene needs. A polio vaccination campaign is planned to target 500,000 children under the age of 10, but Guterres emphasized that safety for health workers, children, and families is necessary, and that it is impossible to conduct a vaccination campaign with war raging all over. Catalysts and what type of landing? The economy is showing signs of slowing down, which could lead to recession risks, despite consumers still having access to credit and high bank deposits. Retail sales data and initial jobless claims reports will provide clarity on the economy in the coming days and weeks. The Federal Reserve's support and lower inflation may help, but concerns about a potential slowdown in politicians' policies that could hurt bond investors are growing. The market is expected to be volatile, with dramatic moves possible across markets, as investors wait for clearer signs of the economy's direction.